the same. When you have understand how you can achieve it, you will achieve it. But without target, you can do it.
That makes a lot of sense, and I find it super fascinating. At the end of this conversation, we kind of combine like automation, romance, Tinder with prompt engineering, right? Where like you have to know yourself, you have to know what you like, what you don't like, what you want to find in a relationship to be able to give this to the AI, right? To take care of it, to build the systems in order to find maybe the person out there that you want to be in contact with, right? To tell the AI, hey, go out there and find a woman that I think I would really love. All right, folks, welcome to another episode of AI Stars. And today I have something very, very special because we have here a man that managed to build AI systems to talk with 5,000 women. Is that actually a thing? Is that possible in 2024 with AI? We're going to get the answer today. So, Alexander, I'm super happy to have you today on the show. What you built is something incredible, amazing, mind blowing. And I just wanted, to get a bit your point of view, like your whole story, not the whole story, because we don't have the time for that, but it's a beautiful story. It's very romantic. Also, a lot of AI and automation, and tech stuff. But yeah, I wanted to get it from the source. I saw a lot of articles, going around the internet, and you basically blew up, went viral with all this because this was a long project like this. You build this for like 1 year and a half, and it's incredible, absolutely incredible. So let us know first, like how does it feel to get in contact with 5,000 women with the help of AI? And I don't know, what's your perception of that? Like, how do you feel about this whole adventure that you basically created, this whole system? That's okay.
So, Alex, hello, and it was, as you said, mind blowing because it's really worked, and I can see that AI can help me to find the one. And the thing is, why it was built? It's because I wanted to change dating path because current dating apps like Tinder, etc., they wanted to take my attention for retention, for DAO, MAO, and ads and a lot of other parameters. And the real one, it's my emotional attention that I need to choose, I need to text, I need to answer and wait. And sometimes women can just ghost at me, or I understand that it's not the right one, and a lot of different moments. And after that, I really think that I need to build something more fitable for me. And because of that, I heard some things about technology in 2022, and it was GPT, and it was
Hmm.
before ChatGPT, and I said, maybe it's something good and cruel, and
And
uh,
spoiler, folks, it is because already in 2022, this man managed to build something incredible, mind blowing. Because I'm gonna give you the details also, like in the show notes. But already in 2022, people were using this, the innovators. And of course, in 2024, now we're seeing it's becoming everywhere, like a thing, right? A lot of people are starting to implement it for their day-to-day work. But Alexander is doing something very outside the box here, okay? Like I didn't heard anybody else do something like this. So please keep going, my friend. So in 2022, right, this happened, okay?
yeah, my friends and I started build a project. It was a really small one for just auto swiping in Tinder and texting for matches, and it it worked, but was terrible because it's
Yeah.
not like human can text, and I see the difference. It still can text it, but it was a lot of problem, sort of misinformation about memory that it can uh, forget the previous message or uh, contextual and etc. And I understand, okay, it's technology, but it must be um, fixed. So I changed it after ChatGPT release, and with that I see the difference because I can see that it's way better, but still not enough because I see some problems for dates that. And sometimes ChatGPT can invite or accept invitation for date, but I couldn't know about it. Uh, just imagine.
Okay. But the robot, setting dates for you, not telling you, it's like, hey, by the way, you have a date 2 hours ago. And I was like, what? How does that work?
Yeah,
All right. Yeah, yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah. And I understand that, for instance, I had a moment when one woman waited for me about hour and a half, and ChatGPT just texted her, "Yeah, I'm running. Just wait for me," or etc. And I realized that it's creepy
Oh man,
because
that is wild. That is
yes,
wild. Oh no. Okay, I'm not gonna ask what happened with that lady. I think that didn't go well. I have this feeling that that didn't go according. Like that didn't end up well. Let's put it this way. But that is incredible. Also like something so because I know what you built and it's incredible. Like I read your whole thread like in Russian, which you put all the details there, so it's amazing. And I think it also would be a bit valuable for the folks that just tuned in, if possible, right? Can we get a bit of a context maybe on basically a bit if you want to share, right? Like who you are and what you
yeah.
do, because what you build there is not something that's very standard. It's not just about ChatGPT prompting. You literally built AI automation solutions for people's love life somehow, where like you built a bot to swipe on Tinder, to analyze the images, to send messages, you refine the prompt, you made it, for example, organize appointments so you can all of this can be done automatically and automated. And this is incredible. Like, this is something, that's not necessarily for beginners. So did you had already an automation background? Did you study computer science? How did you manage to actually, have the expertise to build all of this?
I would say that my interests and my problems can achieve some more. So I'm a guy who worked previously in game dev companies and some tech companies, and now I'm working as I'm yeah I work as I don't know how to make it English, but okay, maybe product manager in AI sphere.
Okay.
Yes, and this project was built not only by me because a lot of things I need to clarify, ask for help, Stack Overflow, Google, and etc. And it's but it's still personal, private project because
Okay.
I wanted to understand how it works and personalize it because before my thread, I still understand that I can't Google just how to find the one with AI and
Yeah,
don't
yeah.
don't waste time and money. And I really
Man,
wanted
this is
to
crazy.
this.
This is
Yes.
crazy just to say short, like this is crazy that you now created the category, right? So before your thread on Twitter that just like exploded and went viral, right? If I would write how to find the one with AI, you wouldn't find nothing. And now I hope you have some friends in SEO that make sure that you are the first result. When people say, I cannot get a girl to save my life, I need it, and let me see if AI can help me, just your face to show up, it's like, hey, I have here the perfect system for you. You're probably going to email, like, I don't know, like get in contact with like 1,000 women and you're going to find the perfect one for you. That is incredible. Like, I'm still blown away. Yeah, yeah. So you're saying this was a personal project, right? And now you're still building it, or I guess no, right? Because Karina is now in the story, so
Yeah,
you're like you kind of put it on pause, I guess. I mean, I hope forever. Yeah.
yeah. For now, it paused because for what? I still I realize that it's maybe it's the end of this project because I don't want to build something else with it in my own, but I can think what I can do next as not for my personal life, but maybe as a product.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Right. So also something that I would like to know, right? So because I'm thinking, okay, just to give the people that follow me or like know a bit more, it's like I'm from Italy, okay? Now Italy is a bit the country we're a bit like old school with this, right? Where like if you want a girl, just go out there and date one, and you just have to be a bit of a smooth operator. Let's put it this way. And it's going pretty well. I cannot complain for myself. Now, in your case, though, you took a completely unique, different approach than everybody else on the planet. You're like, you know what? I'm just gonna give this to the AI and let it get results for me. And you managed to speak with like hundreds, if not thousands. I mean, you more like ChatGPT 3.5 and 4.0, but it worked for you. This whole automation. Now, my question, I'm super curious. Why didn't you just so like regarding the normal dating? Because I'm thinking, so you spent around like 1 year and a half for this project and you built it and it's massive. Like it's quite a technological feat to make all of this, right? I don't know. I'm just curious at this point. Would it not have been easier to just like date women like the classic analogical way, or just hiring a VA, I guess, to manage your Tinder profile? I don't know. What do you think? What are your
Uh,
like reflections from this like
yeah.
experience running the
Uh,
whole system for 1 year and a half?
I really think that mm, I had great experience in relationships and understand that I really know what's good for me, what's bad, etc. And I really want to find the one who can be like. Like the one who can add for me something and I
Yeah, yeah.
can add for her something. And I don't, I didn't want to waste time of someone with who I can really can make a relation, but it's it can be. Not for a long, but or we have some problems, and
Mhm.
it's better to find better pair for that person, and it's better to find it somehow faster and easier because of why not? If you want to and you have a target, it's a good way to understand what do you have, what do you want, and what can you do. And because of that, I really think it's a good way. And I understand that it's not usual uh, because
It's not
yeah,
usual.
someone
Yes, not that
can
often I hear this story.
yes, someone can start dating because of bar chatting or in dating apps, and I change it somehow for my path because it's me and I want to find some creative and maybe innovative stuff how to solve problems, and it's an example.
That is an incredible example, my man. I have to be honest with you, simply because, like, from what you're saying, right? Also, one of the things that I find fascinating is this combination between romance and efficiency, right? Where you're like, I'm looking for the one, right? I want the woman to marry. I know what I want in a woman, right? I know myself. So that's good. That is something that has to do a bit with the human aspects of it, right? Understand knowing yourself, knowing relationships and how they work. And then you combine this with AI efficiency. We're like, yeah, but I want to do this in the most efficient way, like go through the data, understand the patterns, and you kind of combine this. And I'm like, damn, I wonder if this is actually going to be the innovator of future relationships. Because I'm thinking for a moment, right? If we stop a moment to think, this would make sense somehow, right? Because I mean, I can say the same for me. Do I want to date 10 women and, they're okay, but they're not the right one. They're not really a match. You even go further, right? For like, I don't know, 2, 3 months and then you break up. It's a waste of time. We have only one life. So ideally, if your system works and it manages to find the right fit in a very efficient way and it gives you the best results, this would be great. I think, in my mind, this would be actually great to find for you that person that you know that you're gonna love. Like it's an algorithm for matching that actually works. I don't know, it's just an idea on the top of my head. Would that make sense, do you think? Is it gonna be more common, this stuff in the future?
I would want to, because when people realized how AI works, how they can manage it in their life, it's way better than current paths and structures. Because I really want to build something and understand how I can optimize it and save my health and life.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. That's why I also use AI for my clients every day in automations because if I can find ways, right, I don't know, every day to save 1 or 2 hours, that is a huge win. Because I mean, also sometimes I tell to people, right, like making money, it comes and goes, but time is something you cannot buy back, and it's something that is the currency of your life, basically, right? So once you finish your time, there's no more to buy, there's no more to change. So that's why I love it. That's why I'm also an AI enthusiast, where I see the value, like using AI to save your time and do better things, more inspiring things, cooler things for your life. Absolutely. Now, also another question I would have now, and I'm super curious. Again, if you want to share this, if not, it's totally fine. How did you, because again, I want to emphasize to the folks out there who are listening to the interview today. So Alexander built this whole system, this automation that allowed him to get matches on Tinder, and it was incredibly successful. He got thousands of matches, and he talked with all these women. I mean, more AI than him, I guess. He was like the supervisor of these conversations. But the thing is, during this 1 year and a half of this running pretty much, right? How did you feel during this whole process? Was it like exciting? Was it worrying you? And also, maybe what did your family knew about? Did your friends knew about this? What was like? They're like, man, you are insane. You are. What are you doing? And then some friends will say, hey, you got like 300 girls this week. I want to know how. I don't know. Do you want to share this with us?
I really I hide it from lots of person, but someone can understand that facts, but mm, it's uh, it's it's cruel when you have something that you are building, but you understand that it's a stuff, and you can't just announce it or
Mm,
do something for what, because you must clarify that it's fine and it's good for me. And right after, when I realized, okay, that is the moment, I can do it.
mm. And you went there, you wrote your thread, which went viral, and then you were telling me that some girls reached out to you. They were like, "Hey, I didn't know I was talking with GPT-4. Like, how did that go, for example? Like, I don't know." Because I'm
Uh,
imagining, right? There's like you get a lot of visibility, I guess, and people have a lot of feelings, and they read all of this. They're like, "Wow, that is incredible! What just happened?" Right? How did that whole process go? After they found out, I guess, once you shared all of
mm,
this.
uh, I had some conversations, and all of them, I must say, it was spicy, and it was hard. It's really
Yeah.
hard when someone realized how it was, but someone just text me, "Oh, okay, it's wild." And start off, and someone just banned me or do something like that, because I I can understand that it's not a common way, and it's totally okay, and I can expect it. But the cost of that, I really achieved what I want.
All right, so I guess it did. I totally understand also this. That's why even when people are going to see this interview, some people are going to say like this man is a visionary, and some people are going to say like this is insane, this is crazy. I hope it never happens again. I don't know. There's a lot of things there, that's not black and white. That's how I see it also too. But it's interesting to know that, there are these possibilities. There are systems there that enable somebody to do this, right? To use AI in these kind of ways, which is fascinating because you were the first one to do it, but it can happen again in the future and in different ways. So that's why I was just wanted to know so bad, from the person that actually built it as soon as possible. So that is incredible. Now, a bit of a question that's like less technical, but I'm just curious, also like because at the end of the day, like we are men, we're human too. So you talked with hundreds, if not thousands, of these girls, or like the AI talked with them, and I think you checked the conversations, some of them. There were, I guess, like ghosting, rejections. One, for example, you were saying that the AI, would tell them stupid things that didn't make any sense, or would forget stuff, and the girls would say, "Hey, are you stupid?" or like, "You forgot this," or they would be get angry or mean. So my question is, how did you handle, right, reject all these rejections and all these situations that were created, right? Because I mean, sometimes I think like, when a girl rejects me, I kind of feel bad for a bit, like it kind of hurts. And then of course you drink some limoncello, you go for some pizza, and then you're back in the game here in Italy. But getting, I don't know, I imagine like 20 rejections per day, or getting some messages. Like, how did you deal with all of this volume?
Mm, I try to realize what's good for me and how it can be handled. Because a lot of people has have own personality and how they interact with each other. And someone was fine and great, but maybe not good in some aspects. Someone was just normal, and I realized, okay, normal person, and that's all. But someone was after some parameters for filtering. Somehow, I understand it's a red flag or something like that, and. Mm, I tried to find and I solved it because
All
of
right.
not only AI conversation in messengers, but the dates and real-time communication. It was.
Yeah, yeah, that's right. So I guess you took control of the conversations, right? And you try to guide them in a better direction. That makes sense. Right. So now I'm just gonna go a bit more again, like more for like away from the technology, because I mean I'm pretty sure that you explained in the thread that you did, the one in Russian, like the whole process explained. It's incredible. That's why like I read through all of it and it's super fascinating. But I'm more curious, honestly, a bit like the human aspects of all of this, because as I spoiled a bit in the beginning, right? So in the end, this whole system, it worked. You managed to find Karina. Now, I don't know much about Karina. I'm not gonna deep dive into her life. Of course, she has her own privacy. That's totally fine. I would be curious again if you want to share this with us, right? Like, what was her opinion? Oh wait, I think she knows about all of this, right? So, like, when you told her, like, hey, by the way, I built this huge AI automation system that went through 5,000 Tinder dates and profiles and conversations, and that's how I managed to get to you. And by the way, you talked with AI for, I don't know, maybe a couple of weeks, a couple of days, a couple of months. How did she react? What did she think of all of this?
After almost a year, I show Drew, and first reaction is shocked. But after she asked lots of questions and got the answers and realized how it works and how it improved our conversations and make what's now.
Because I'm thinking, I guess that in the beginning she was shocked, but then I think she's a smart woman who appreciated that she had like basically like a genius AI automation guy. So she was like, okay, I talked with ChatGPT for a bit, but this guy has potential, right? He knows what he's doing. I can respect that. So I think that kind of worked out well, right? Because I think in Italy, where I am now, if I would tell a woman, hey, by the way, it wasn't me talking, you were talking with my AI assistant, she would be like, oh my, I'm going to come to your house and kill you. So I'm
Mm,
just saying, Italian women are a bit more passionate. Yeah, but all right, I guess she took it like a champ, and you guys are still together because from the way you implemented all of this system, right? So it was basically tailored to you based on it like the AI knew your preferences, what you were looking for. So it wasn't just like Casanova trying to, pick up women. It was kind of your alter ego, right? Your personality in the form of an AI who would be your assistant basically to get the conversations going, right? Something like that, I would
mm,
say. Or how did
yeah.
it work? Was it like just to open the conversations, or would it just like be a replica of you, a different form of you?
Uh, yeah, and if you use ChatGPT or GPT for some project like that, you must understand that you need to connect data that can personalized messages. Because of that, sort okay, um, I found a lot of my previous conversations, and I clean it and uh, parse to ChatGPT. That when I got a reply, and ChatGPT before sending a message just try to find a right answer or answers that can be combine informations from data, and after that send a message. And some moments after, I add verification system, and ChatGPT
Mm.
don't know 100% if it's okay answer or not. I got notification in Messenger that I need to validate this answer or change it.
That is great. But that is, for example, I find something very valuable also for other implementations of AI, right? These kind of validation systems, what you say. Or like if the AI does not know the proper answer, to notify me instead of hallucinating. Because I think I had these problems sometimes with a couple of my clients, right, where they were saying, for example, like, oh, this is not precise information. Why did it still act on it? So that would be really interesting to know actually for many, many implementations, like, hey, this is how you put some safety mechanisms. So like when the AI doesn't know what to do and it's an important situation, I want to be notified to take control. So that is nice. That is something that's actually quite valuable for what you did. So okay, so from what I understood, basically, okay, so it was a variant of you, right? It was pretty much you knowing from your experience, and then it was like, of course, talking, making the whole conversation, but it was some form of like it knew information about you. It wasn't just inventing stuff from zero, right?
Um, it's yeah, like me, because I had previous conversations, and it was repetitive. Because of that problem, I realized that I can automate it. And
Ah,
if I hadn't such conversations, I maybe can't build some project, because the experience when I realized how the whole process works, I can make something, and
yeah.
only because of that.
Ah, okay, that makes sense. Right, so I see our time is almost up because normally like my interviews are around 30 minutes, and also I know that you're super busy. And a question that I would have, and I think some also for the audience, right? So from this whole AI romance adventure here that you built in the span of 1 year and a half, like, can you give us a couple of takeaways? Like, some takeaways also for the audience. Like, what? do you think a bit nowadays? What did you learn from this? Just, I don't know, a couple of takeaways if you feel comfortable sharing this with us.
Uh, I must say, if you have understand how you can handle it by yourself, you can optimize it by AI. But if you don't know how it works, or you are not an expert in some sphere, you must be the one, or just ask for help. In different ways, you can't achieve your target, because you don't realize what you want. And it's like prompt engineering, that you
Love
can
it. Yeah.
write me a poem, or write me a poem for uh, 3 pages with romantic style, and etc., etc., and you understand what you want, how do you want to achieve, in what style, etc. And it's the same. When you have understand how you can achieve it, you will achieve it. But without target, you can do it.
That makes a lot of sense, and I find it super fascinating. At the end of this conversation, we kind of combine like automation, romance, Tinder with prompt engineering, right? Where like you have to know yourself, you have to know what you like, what you don't like, what you want to find in a relationship to be able to give this to the AI, right? To take care of it, to build the systems in order to find maybe the person out there that you want to be in contact with, right? To tell the AI, hey, go out there and find a woman that I think I would really love. And then once this happens and you get in contact with her, then it's of course up to you, to take control and deliver the full experience. Let's put it this way. But like, yeah, super interesting what you shared with us today. I know our time was a bit short, but this was illuminating. I'm curious to know what you will be building next. If you want to share it with us here, or let us know where we can follow you. Like how can we interact with you? Because I think you're gonna get a lot of DMs, a lot of questions. So where do normally people find you? Or like, I don't know if they have proposals for you, if they want to hire you or something. How
Uh,
could they reach
for
you?
sure. Yeah, I had a lot of messages, but still I understand what I can do if I'm next. And yeah, if someone wanted to talk with me about project, or hiring, yeah, I'm open for that.
All right, so I'm gonna add basically your contacts for sure, like the Twitter and also a couple of other contacts if I can find them in the episode notes. So, Alexander, thank you so much for joining us today and sharing this incredible, unique story of like AI automation and love and romance. I wish you the best of luck with Karina. I hope that she will basically be the one and you never need to reactivate those systems. And thank you for the time that you spent
Totally.
with us. All right,
Thank you, Alex.
end the episode here and see you in the next one, folks. Hope it was useful. Ciao.